Hi everyone, it's Parrot Pilates day 11 already, and I hope that you're really well this morning. Hopefully you've been really enjoying the sessions so far, and today we're going to be sitting. So we've done a bit of sitting before, but this time we're going to be really using the sitting position to help us rotate our spine, get some flexion and extension in, as well as lateral flexion. So these are all movements that are really essential for the health of our spine, and also they're going to help you feel really energized, feel that you're woken up all those muscles that support your spine and your core, and get rid of any niggles and aches as well. Okay, so to start with, we're going to set ourselves up in our sitting correctly position. So we've got something called long frog. So this is where we sit with our feet together, the soles of our feet together, our knees out wide, and sitting nice and tall through our spine. Now, some of you might find this an easy position to maintain. Others of you might like to have a little cushion beneath you. And just having that height gives you a bit more space to open out through your hips, and also it just makes it a little bit more comfortable through your sitting bones as well. So I'd like you just to check that your weight is going evenly through your left sitting bone and your right sitting bone. So those are the little bony bits on the bottom of your pelvis, so you can really feel if you have a dig around in your bum. So sit nice and tall, and then just let your legs relax out to the sides. We're going to think about having a piece of thread drawing up through the crown of our head up towards the ceiling. So rather than slouching down, we're going to sit nice and tall here, instantly imagining that your toe muscles are switching on like an internal corset. So rather than just relaxing and slouching down here, draw your toe button into your spine, and you should feel that you automatically lengthen up towards the ceiling. So we really want to lengthen our spine here. I'm going to start with a really lovely side reach. I'd like you to take your arms out to the side so your fingers are just touching the floor. Find that lovely supported position here, shoulders melting down your spine, and take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to float one arm up. Don't move anything until your arm is fully up above your shoulder, and then I'd like you to start lifting up and out of your waist, trying to keep the weight even through both of your sitting bones as you lean over to the side. Your supporting arm can bend to help you take that weight. As you inhale, restack and float the arm down. We're working in lateral flexion here. I'd like you to imagine that you have a piece of glass in front of you and one behind you, so you can't roll forward or rotate round to the side. You can only move from side to side here. You might start really small, but as you get a little bit warmer, you might be able to get a little bit further. So think about lifting up and out of your waist and getting loads of distance between each of your vertebrae. So we're just starting with a little turn of our head to the side and then reaching up and over. Keep this internal corset switched on throughout and try not to collapse down through the side of your body. So you're reaching up and over, drawing out of your rib cage, coming back up and down. And we're going to do one more here. Breathing out to reach up and over, restack and down. Super. Okay, we're going to get some rotation in now. So we have done before a rotation where we sit with our arms folded and we start rotating like this, but today we're going to add in a really nice arm opening as well. This is just going to help you get a little bit further with that rotation as well and feel really free through your shoulders. So still having our long frog position. Now remember, if this doesn't suit you, you can lengthen your legs out to the front, or you can sit cross-legged, whatever suits you best. And you can also do this exercise sitting on the chair if sitting on the floor really does not agree with you. We're going to have our arms extended now, palms facing at shoulder height. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, start drawing one elbow back at shoulder height and start rotating through your body, pushing that other hand forward. And when you can rotate no more, I'd like you to open out that arm and sweep it back. So you can really think about that rotation through your spine. I'm going to go on the other side now. So take a deep breath in. Keep that piece of thread pulling it through the crown of your head. And start to exhale. Draw that hand, elbow backwards as if you're drawing a bow and arrow. Opening out that arm. Sweeping it back round. Great. Let's go a few more times. Rotating through your spine. Keep your shoulders melting down and turn your head towards your elbow. Coming back. Great. Going again. Bringing the elbow back. Opening out. Back through. Super. Let's go a couple more times each side. Try to rotate a millimetre more this time. And remember to keep your shoulder connected to your spine. So it's really easy just to kind of let that arm flail out. But I like to think about your shoulder blade just sitting on the back of your rib cage, and opening out with control. We're going to go one more time to each side, feeling that twist through your waist. And come back, lovely. And a final one here, drawing the elbow back, opening out, and your arms traveling back, bring your arms down. Well done. Give them a little bit of a shake. You might feel some tension through your biceps, triceps, and your shoulders. And now we're going to go into a spinal extension. So spinal extension is super important to keep our spines really healthy and to help us keep this upright position and posture when we're standing and sitting. So because in our normal lives we spend a lot of time kind of rolling forward if we're working or gardening or doing whatever you do during the day, it's really important to do the opposite movement, which is our extension, which is where you're arching backwards. Now, different people have different amounts of extension in their spine. So what extension is for me might be very different for you. So just remember that. And remember, it's not about how far you can bend back. It's about getting that really good quality motion in there. So for this one, we're going to place our hands on lower shins. Shins? Yeah. And sit nice and tall once again. This time, the piece of thread is attached to your breastbone, and that's going to lift you up towards the ceiling. So I like to breathe in again. As you breathe out, start to raise your breastbone up towards the ceiling and start arching back through your spine, tipping your head back a little bit away, but not collapsing through your neck. Restacking and coming back. So we're breathing out, lifting up, let your shoulders melt down your spine, and come back. Good. You're going to go a few more times here. Lifting all the way up. Again, remember, it's not about how far you can go, it's just about how getting this lovely motion. And we're trying to go one bone at a time again. So you're lifting from your breastbone all the way through your mid-spine, right down to your lumbar spine, and coming back. Good. Couple more here. Reaching all the way up and back. And our final one. And remember, with practice, you might find that you've got more motion than you thought, and you can go even further. Okay, so the opposite movement to this is our spine stretch forward. So we're flexing forward. So it's really nice to do, especially after that extension, to get some movement through your spine. This time I'd like you to imagine that you have a massive big beach ball in front of you and you're trying to lift up and over. So again, it's a really subtle movement, but it's going to help teach your core muscles control. So we're sitting nice and tall once again, big beach ball here, breathing in. As you breathe out, start nodding forward, rolling your shoulders forward, softening your breastbone and lifting up and over this imaginary beach ball. So you're not folding through your waist, you're lifting up and over. Then you're going to inhale and restack here. So all of the exercises we've done today are some really quite simple Pilates exercises, but these are really worth getting under your belt so that when we work up to a few more complicated ones, you can really use the basics well. So these are the foundations. So taking time to learn these and get this great movement in your body is really essential. So don't be worried if you think this is just easy and not doing anything. I assure you it is. Okay, two more. Remember, bringing your two muscles in to support your spine as you roll over. Restacking up to the top. And our final one here, rolling forward, rolling through your shoulders and your breastbone, sitting nice and tall. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do this with a different leg position. So we're going to bring our legs together and extend our legs out in front of us. I'm going to show you this one from the side. It's a bit easier to explain when you can see what my spine is doing. So sitting with your feet hip distance apart, toes pointing towards the ceiling. These are your anchors. So you should feel lots of energy going through your legs and that they're anchoring you nice and tall. Still sitting up tall through your spine, arms out in front of you at shoulder height. So this time our arms are pressing forward as we do that same roll forward that we just practiced with our spine stretch forward prep. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, nod your chin in, rolling forward, softening your breastbone, letting your arms travel forward and flexing through your spine. You might feel a stretch down the back of your hamstrings here. Inhale, restack and come up to your start position. Really essential to find that lovely position before you go into our next rep. So let's go again, breathing in, breathing out, nodding our chin, rolling forward, softening through our breastbone, arms traveling forward. Inhale, restack. Good. Breathing out once again, tummy muscles coming in. restack, lovely. And remember, with practice and as your spine gets warmer, you might find that you can roll forward even further. So just think about where your hands are they traveling towards your toes, and how far are you going? So let's go 2 more times. Really controlling this, finding that neutral position as you restack your spine. And our last one, tummy coming into spine to support you as you roll forward. Restacking here, and float your arms down. Well done. Let's go back into our cross-legged position or long frog, whichever suits you. I'm going to finish off with 2 really lovely floating arms just to give ourselves a bit of a stretch. So let's breathe in, breathe out, reach all the way up, reaching up towards the ceiling, reaching through your fingers, and press the air away. And we're going to go one more time here, reaching all the way up, really getting lots of length through your body, and press the air away, and give yourself a clap. Well done. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to be back tomorrow for day 12. I can't even do that with my fingers anymore. And I'll see you then. Take care and have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.